Hello, testing. Please share if you can. Please give me something in the comments if you can see me and hear me. Okay. Uh, hello, testing. I always wonder if this is being broadcast onto Facebook. If you've attended one of my webinars before, you know it's not like any other out there. Okay. I don't just dump a lot of info on you and run, and I don't just keep my face up on the screen the whole time. I like to make sure that you're actually learning and gaining value from it. Okay. And if it's a website webinar, I have to keep shifting between the slides and certain websites I want to show, and I also want you to see me so that it's a bit more interactive than just seeing slides and hearing a voice over the slides. So getting all of that tech together to be able to show my screen or to be able to show the slides and to be able to show the live websites and to be able to show the camera on me takes a bit of tech, and sometimes there's a delay, sometimes the tech doesn't work, so bear with me as I make sure. And we still have about 5 minutes to go before the webinar officially starts, this masterclass officially starts. So as you're joining in, just pop your name and your location in the comments so I know who I am talking to, okay, who I'm talking with. And of course, during the course of the webinar, if you have any ahas, if you have any questions, share them in the comments. I will check the comments periodically, and I want to make sure that this is interactive. I don't want it to be, just me talking away. And before we, let me just do this. Okay, so who's on live with me? As you join live, I see Kate is already live. Hi there, Kate. Hey, what time is it out there for you, Kate? Okay. And with all the tech I have connected here, I think my Facebook comments are going to be delayed, so bear with me on that. And before we get started, I see Amy and Kate are both online. Amy here in Canberra. Hi Amy, thank you. I'm so glad you could join us. And yes, you mentioned that you have to run out and pick up the kids. That's all. That's fine. Catch the replay. But hey Amy, you're already in the website bootcamp. You know this stuff. I've taught you this stuff and I've seen your website, so you don't need to hang on. But I'm so glad that you're here with me. Hey Kate, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. No, I'm not in Delhi, I'm in Pune. Hey Yasmin, thank you for joining me live. Okay, so before we officially start, in this webinar, I want to talk about the user experience on your website, because a lot of people ignore that, right? When you're starting your business, when you're just getting started in business and you do some amount of research on your website, you will find a whole bunch of tech articles that will talk about hosting, domains, WordPress, Squarespace, Shopify. You will also get a ton of other articles teaching you the tech aspects of driving traffic to your business. Hey, that you need SEO, you need plugins and all of those things. But they don't really talk about what to do once the people get on your website, right? And again, in the early days of business, it takes a lot of blood, sweat and tears to get even that little bit of traffic onto your website, and you don't want to lose them. Once they come on your website, you want to make sure that you have a high conversion rate. That's about as techy as I'm going to get on this call. You want to make sure that there is a high conversion rate, that the people who are coming to your website actually sign up to work with you. So that's going to be the theme of today's webinar, okay? I'm going to talk about how you can use design, flow, copy to create that kind of user experience so that the people who actually come to your website stay there, okay? So we will start the actual webinar in just a few minutes. Let's just see. Okay, Amy says she needs an update. She's looking at marketing more now. Yes, Amy, but trust me, your website is good on the user experience part of things, okay? Driving more traffic to it, yes, and sorry. But you're good as far as the user experience is concerned. So okay, Who else? As you're joining in live, so we have Kate, Amy, Yasmin. As you join on live, people, introduce yourself, where you're from, and what you hope to get from this webinar. For Yasmin, Amy, I know they are already on the boot camp, and I'm so thrilled that they're joining me live. Thank you, ladies. And give me a minute and we will get started. One minute. Okay, so like I said, this webinar is all about turning your website into a client magnet. Okay, guys, I won't be watching the Facebook comments for a while. I'm watching the slides and I wanted us to get started now. In between, I will go back and check the Facebook comments periodically. So as and when you get any ahas or questions, please do share them in the Facebook comments, okay? Okay, so today's masterclass or today's webinar is about how to turn your website into a client magnet. Because like I just explained, in the early days of business, every single visitor that comes to your website is really, really valuable, right? It takes a lot to get those first, to build up to that stage where you're getting 1,000 visitors a day. But until you get there, you want to make sure that every person that lands on your site turns into a client, right? So how do you do that? How do you do that without getting caught up in the tech, without struggling with plugins and getting buried under numbers? How do you do that? That's what we're going to talk about in today's webinar, okay? But before we go ahead, let me let me map out how we will roll during this 1 hour or so together, okay? I'll give you a quick introduction about myself for those of you who don't already know me. I'll give you a quick overview of who this webinar is meant for. It is not for everyone. It is not a generic webinar, okay? I will talk about the real role of your website. It's not about building a huge email list. It's not an online calling card. What is the real purpose behind your website? What do you have to keep in mind as you go about creating your website? We will talk briefly about the first 5 most common mistakes that aren't just the most common, but they are also the most expensive mistakes that newbies make or new entrepreneurs make when they're creating their website or on their first website. Okay. Then we are going to it's only after that we will get into creating the right user experience for each page. We will go through every single page or the most common pages on your website, the most essential pages on your website, and I will show you what you need to have on that page. I will show you the design elements. I will show you good examples, okay? After that, we're going to talk a bit about a very, very special offer that I am so proud to be launching again, and I hope that helps you get to the next step. And after that, we will take live reviews, okay? So if you would like, when I say live review, I mean a live website review. For those of you who've been on the website bootcamp before, or you have signed up for a one-on-one live audit with me, you know how powerful these live reviews can be. So the viewers who are watching live and who haven't experienced a live website audit with me before, about the halfway mark, I will start taking calls for you to input your website. I will randomly choose 2 or 3 of those websites from the people who are watching live and do live reviews for them. Okay, sound good? Okay, give me a minute. Let me quickly check the comments. Okay, Lena, thanks for joining us, Lena. Amy asks, remarketing. Yes, Amy, I will be having more webinars on marketing, but probably next month. Okay, so let's move ahead, shall we? Okay, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Richa Jain, and I've worn many hats in my career. I've been given many labels, but the most common labels right now that people know me for are as a business strategist, as a digital business strategist. I help women like you turn your passion, your purpose into a profitable online business. Okay, key emphasis on the word profitable. I have also been a web designer. I am, to an extent, a web designer, developer. I have also been a copywriter. I have also been a techie, 13 years in corporate, in semiconductor software, and 2 tech patents. I'm also a bit of a spiritual maverick. I'm a feisty, strong woman, and I'm also a single mom. Those are just some labels about me. But what you need to know, okay, is that I am really, really passionate about helping women stop hiding, make a larger impact, and turn their passion into a profitable online business. A couple of things I believe in is, well, when I say passion, purpose, profit, a lot of women I see start their business just with that passion and that purpose, and they don't want to make money out of it. In that case, it's not a business, it's a hobby. Okay, be clear on what you're doing, a business or a hobby. You have to make a profit for it to be a business, or you have to make money from it in order for it to be a business and for it to be sustainable long term. So I strongly believe in combining your passion, your purpose, and making a profit so you can create a certain lifestyle for yourself and support other people and make a bigger impact in the world. Okay? I really believe in keeping things simple. Those of you who have worked with me before know how much I emphasize that, and even in this workshop, in this webinar, you will see what I mean by keeping things simple. Okay? I believe in flow, not hustle. You don't have to push yourself, you don't have to pull your hair out, you don't have to go stir crazy trying to do everything right. Progress, not perfection. Flow, not hustle. Okay? And I very strongly believe in connection and service instead of sales and marketing. No one likes sleazy sales. Sleazy sales. See, I can't even say that word. But when you connect from the heart, when you are of service, when people see how valuable your knowledge, your information can be to help them solve a problem, they will come to you. Like I hope you will with this webinar. Okay. So that was a bit about me. But just to make sure that you are in the right place, right? Who should be watching this webinar? If you are a heart-centered woman entrepreneur, that you know it's not just about making money in your business, you're here to make a bigger impact in the world. You're here to make the world a better place, right? And you run a service-based business, because most of the design concepts I'm going to talk about are for service-based businesses. Healers, coaches, freelancers, women who provide some kind of service online. Okay? And you want to leverage your website to attract your ideal clients. Okay? And you've either created your own website or want to. Because if you're going to hire a designer or a developer to create it, it's going to be difficult for you to explain all of these concepts to them. And unfortunately, most designers and developers, most designers focus only on making websites look pretty. Developers focus only on just coding them and making them functional. What both of these groups usually fail to recognize or pay attention to is the user experience. How is the website actually helping you grow your business? How is it actually helping you sign up paying clients? There are very, very few web designers and developers who pay attention to the user experience, and those are really usually high-end professionals or studios. Okay? Do you guys have any questions, comments so far? Okay. Just give me a minute. Hey Amanda, so thrilled you can join us. Okay, so let's get back. Okay, so if you are not a heart-centered woman entrepreneur, if you are not running a service-based business, hey Amanda, so thrilled you can join us. And if you are not looking for ideas on how you can improve your own website, then feel free to drop off. If you are not a heart-centered woman entrepreneur, if you are not running a service-based business, 1 minute, I seem to have a double window open. And if you are not looking for ideas on how you can improve your website, then feel free to drop off. If you are not a heart-centered woman entrepreneur, if you are not running a service-based 1 minute, I seem to have a double window open. Tech is amazing, but it also gives you a headache at times. Give me a minute. I seem to have a bit too many windows open. I seem to have A bit too many windows open. Okay. Oh wow, now Facebook is not letting me see the comments. A bit too many windows open. Thank you, Facebook, for making things more complicated than they have to be. Sorry guys, just bear with me a minute. Let me get the comments back. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the real purpose of your website. Now, a lot of people, again, in the initial phases, treat their website like an online calling card, right? You have a business card and they think that their website is just another place for them to put up some information about themselves, give out their phone number, and hope people come. That's not what your website is for. Your website is much, much more than that. It is a very, very effective and efficient marketing tool. Not just marketing tool, but a tool that lets you sign up, not get paying clients. That's the real purpose of your website. It's not about just building your email list. It's not just about building a tribe or an audience. It's not just putting some information about yourself out there in the world. If you are in the early stages of business, your website should have one and one purpose only. That is to help you sign up paying clients. Okay? Because what's the point of having a list of a few thousand people, an email list of a few thousand people, or having a really fancy website if none of those people sign up as paying clients? So the real purpose of your website is always, remember this, to help you sign up paying clients. Okay? And yet I find that there are a set of common mistakes that I've seen almost every new business owner make over and over and over again, which can be easily avoided. So let's quickly go through those, because when I talk about those, you will understand why I'm telling you to create a certain user experience and to design your website a certain way. Okay? Let's quickly check. Any comments? Yes. And again, for some reason, quickly check. Any comments? Facebook has made my comments. You know what? I think next time I will just stick to Zoom. Facebook has made my comments and not mess with Facebook Live. Try to do both together. You know what? Okay, I think next time I will just stick to Zoom. No more going back and forth, okay, ladies? I'm just going to let's do this. And not mess with Facebook Live. Try to do both together. You know what? Okay. Back to the slides, and I'm so sorry about the back and forth. Okay, ladies, I'm just going to let's do this. And not mess with Facebook Live. Try to do both together. Okay. So the most common and expensive mistakes that I've seen so sorry about the women do, and it's not that they do it on purpose. It's just because we don't know any better. When you're starting out, no one tells you these things. They tell you a bunch of the tech. They tell you a bunch of odd bits and pieces about copywriting, or choosing a brand, or creating a brand. They tell you what they can make money off of, but they don't tell you what you need to know in order to really grow your business or make an effective website that helps you grow your business. Okay? So, number one, but they don't tell you what you I know this is a very full slide. What do you feel as soon, what did you feel as soon as I put on this slide? Okay? So, number one, what's the thought in your head? I know this is a very full slide. What do you feel? Okay, now please do share it in the Facebook comments. I want to see what you think. So, number one, what's the thought in your head? I know this is a very full slide. What do you feel? Okay, so now please do share it in the Facebook comments. Okay, Amanda says she can't hear me, and just a minute. I know this is a very full slide. What do you feel? Okay, so now please do share it in the Facebook comments. Okay, Amanda says she can't hear me, and just a minute. Okay, can you hear me now, Amanda? Okay, Amanda says she can't hear me, and just a minute. Can you hear me, Amanda? Can you hear me now, Amanda? Okay, I am afraid I'll have to find out some better method to get your comments. Mala is hearing. Okay, ladies, is it still echoey? I think I figured what was causing the echo and I stopped it. Basically, I was playing my own video. Ah, how smart of me. Okay, Amanda, I'm here. I'm hoping, Amanda, Mala, I'm hoping it's better now. I hope there isn't an echo. Not echoing anymore. Yes, thank you, ladies. Let's move ahead. Okay, so what do you feel? What did you feel the instant you saw this slide? Okay, what do you feel? Please share in the Facebook comments. Okay, everyone can hear me fine. Now, let's get back to this image. Now, as soon as I put on this slide, I'm sure, when I transitioned from the previous slide to this one, what did you feel? As soon as this kind of image hits you, this is a very cluttered, fractured image, right? And you don't know what to look at. Should you look at these pillars here? Should you look at this ladder? Or this, or this kind of vague ice cream cone? You don't know what to look at. You don't know what this image is trying to tell you, right? The same thing happens if your home page or if any page on your website is cluttered. If you have lots of small fonts, if you have a mixture of fonts and colors and things all over the place. That's exactly how you felt on watching this, on seeing this slide. That's exactly how people feel when they land on your site if it is cluttered. Okay, so the most common mistake I see women making is they put everything and the kitchen sink on their website. They'll put every bit of information about themselves, their work, their past clients, and everything that they wanted to say, right? Some of that comes from the fact that, well, as business owners, we don't quite know how the world of website works, but also because when you're getting started in business, or when it's a passion-based business, when it's a purposeful business, you want to be able to share all of that goodness with the world. You want to share all that you know and all that you are with the world. But please do not give in to that temptation. Do not put everything up on your website all together, okay? How many of you are guilty of that? How many of you have done that already? Again, yes. So, describing the image, chaotic, busy, uncomfortable, yes. So now you know what happens when people see a website that looks like that, right? That's exactly what they feel. So make sure your website is not this way. And I will talk more about how it should be in the next slides. Second biggest mistake they make. What do you see when you see this board? It says advocate, attorney, counselor at law, which is great. So I get to know that you're an advocate, you're an attorney, and you're a counselor at law, which means you told me a lot of information about you, but I still don't know how you can help me, right? And what was the purpose of a good website? To help you sign up paying clients. So if all your website did was give people a lot of information about you, which is what this board does, what happens? Yes, they have the information about you, but they still have no clue how to work with you or whether you're the right person who can help them solve their problem, right? You get what I'm saying? What do you feel? How many of you are guilty of this again? Share in the comments, okay? How many of you have created your first website and it was all about you? These are the degrees I have. This is where I've studied. This is what I've done. This is what I do. This is how I can help you. This is me, 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 me. Are you guilty of doing it? Have you done it? Or have you seen websites that do that? How do they make you feel? When as a visitor you land on a website where the person just goes on and on and on about themselves and how great they are. How do you feel? Right? Okay, so this was mistake number 2. Make sure you don't do it. Let's move on to number 3. If you've seen some of my videos before, you know how much I love the pizza rule. Okay, you have to give your clients, your audience, what they want. And what does pizza have to do with it? How many of you are moms? Raise your hand if you're a mom. Say yes. How many of you have dealt with a 5-year-old who wants to eat nothing but pizza? No matter what you give him, he doesn't want anything else but pizza. He doesn't care that pizza is junk food. He doesn't care that it's not nutritious. That's the only thing he will eat. Why? Because somehow he has decided he wants pizza. Okay? Whatever his reasons, he has decided he wants pizza. And you, as the smart, responsible mom, want to give him vegetables and fruits and something that's nutritious because you know his growing body needs it. What will happen if you go and tell him, hey, you know what? Broccoli is good for you. Please have your broccoli and your mushrooms and all these gorgeous veggies. Do you think he will buy? Do you think he will listen to you? It's the same thing with your clients or your prospective clients. In their mind, they know what they want, or they think they know what they want. As an experienced practitioner, you are able to see beyond that and know what they actually need behind the scenes. But if you go to sell them that, if you go and try and give them what they actually need instead of what they want, what are they going to do? They're not going to work with you. They're going to say you're a bad mommy. Right? So you have to give them what they want and bundle in what they need. Make sense? How many of you have struggled with the kid eating pizza or wanting nothing but pizza? Okay, Mala says that it happens every Friday night for her. Kate Kazoni says, my teen just laughs and walks to another room. Okay, so yeah, you've all experienced this, right? When a kid just wants pizza and they will throw a tantrum wherever and they will refuse to eat anything else. Because that's what they know, that's what they want, that's what they will find comforting. It's the same thing with your clients. So if your website talks about all the amazing transformation you can help them achieve, but it describes it in words that are not what your client uses, it won't work. For example, a very common example, let's talk about weight loss. Now, weight loss is a very popular thing amongst women, especially women who have kids and have, grown a bit, whose body has changed shape after they had kids. Everyone in the world wants to tell women to reduce their weight, to lose their weight. Women also want to lose their weight. So they will get online and search for a lot of things about losing weight or losing baby fat or losing that mommy tummy, things like that. But you as a practitioner know that it's not about losing the kilos. It's about getting back her sense of identity that she lost as a mom. It's about feeling good about her body again. It's about feeling alive and sexy and more than just a breastfeeding mother, right? You know that. But if those are the things you talk about, chances are she's not going to really pay attention because that's beyond her right now. In those first few years of sleep deprivation and breastfeeding haze, all she wants is to lose weight because that's the quickest thing she can think of. It's the first symptom for her. It's like, if only I lost weight, I would feel wonderful again. I would feel, amazing again. So that's what she wants. That's what she will go looking for. You can try and feed her, or you can try and give her all the good stuff about feeling good about herself and doing this and doing that, but she just wants to lose weight. So give them what they want. Your website has to talk about what they want, what they were looking for, not quite what they need. Okay, remember that. And if you're nodding along, yes, okay. Let me know if you agree, disagree, if you've had a similar experience or your experience has been totally different. Mistake number 4, I can, I will. I know we are all strong, capable, competent women. I know there is a lot we can do by ourselves. But when you stand up and say, I'm going to make my website all by myself because I can, or because I don't want to pay someone a few thousand dollars to make it for me. When you push yourself to do it all by yourself with the help of free YouTube videos, chances are high you're going to end up frustrated and pulling your hair out, because it's not really free. You will find yourself spending 40, 50 or 100 hours just learning about WordPress and hosting. You will find yourself spending another 100 or so hours learning about brands because you don't know, because there is a ton of information out there in the internet and it's difficult to sort through. Really it is. So instead of helping people, transforming the world, making a bigger impact, making more money, getting more freedom and control in your life, all the reasons you started your business for, instead, what you're doing is spending hundreds of hours just trying to understand the tech behind creating a website. Is that what you started your business for? Really? I bet you didn't, right? So that was issue number 4. Now the smart women like Amy and Yasmin simply signed up for my website bootcamp, where I manage all the tech for them and hold their hand to create a website. Yes, it was an intense process. They will vouch for that, it was intense, but they will also vouch that it was way, way better than doing it by themselves, and they got things done in probably 20 or 30% of the time it would have taken them to do it all on their own. Okay. Now the 5th most common mistake is hiring it all out. Just paying someone a few $1,000s to create a website, or even paying someone $500 to create your website. Now, that's a very big mistake in the early stages of business, because, again, in the early stages of business, your business is going to evolve. You are still trying to figure out who your target market is, what your message is, what your ideal offers are, how to position yourself. Those things are constantly changing. And if you have to hire someone or pay someone a few hundred or a few $1,000s to make every small change, not good. You're not going to be profitable, right? Instead, it's really important for you to learn how to do simple things like create landing pages, edit your pricing, add a payment link to PayPal, or add a link to your calendar. You will need to be doing those things over and over again. Even when you hire a VA to do those for you, you have to know what to tell them, what to hire them for, what to outsource to them. So you need to learn these basics. Okay, so don't just outsource and forget all about it. Okay, so those were the 5 most common mistakes. I'll give you an idea of what's to come next. Okay, so what do you really need to do to woo your visitors without losing your sanity and without having to spend a few 100 hours or months just learning about user experience? I'm going to give you another example. Here's an image. Can you find the silver pen here? In this image, somewhere on the desk, I'll give you a clue. There is a silver pen. Can you find it? Any takers? In the comments, please. I'm checking out the comments. Who can find it? Damn, none of you found it yet? Okay. Now, can you find the silver pen, please? Did you notice how different that was? When you have a screen with lots of things on the screen, lots of moving bits and pieces, and when someone comes to your website, there are lots of bits and moving pieces and colors and all that jazz, and they have to find that piece where they can sign up for your newsletter, or find that piece where they can book a call with you, or sign up for your service. This is what goes through their head. They are frustrated. They're like, what on earth was she thinking? I can't find it, I'm giving up and I'm moving off. Versus when you make it like this, right? It's right there, it's in front of them. They don't have to think, they don't have to search, they can just click and sign up. And I use the example of this image because it's so much easier to explain that with these rather than with action pages. You get what I'm saying? Do you agree, disagree? Yep. Kate guessed it's in the cup. No, Kate, it's not in the cup. But you get the idea, right? Don't make it difficult for them to find what they're looking for. So the secret sauce to turning your website into a client magnet is really something very simple. It is about making it easy for people, for the visitors on your website to find what they were looking for, to sign up for your freebie, and to sign up to work with you. Very, very simple rules. When I say make it easy, I mean No distractions on your pages, no extra buttons and moving pieces and animation, no no extra click. Every extra click they have to do to find what they are looking for loses some people, and you have to do it all without losing your sanity. Now, you are not techies, you are not web developers, you are business owners. You started this to help other people. You started this business to help other people, not to get embroiled, or what do you call that, entangled in tech. Okay, so let's get to the part where we talk about every single page. Next, we will go through every single page on your website, or the most common pages that you must have on your website, and what should be on each of them. Give me a minute as I grab a sip of water, and please share what you have learned so far from this in the comments. Keep it coming in the comments. And I see I'm a bit over time, so I'm going to continue and get back to the comments in a bit. Okay, so the essence of, in order to create the kind of user experience which makes it easy for them to sign up with you, you need to remember three main things. One, focus. Every single page on your website should have a central focus. It should have one primary call to action. Don't tell them to click here and there and there and there and there. Don't tell them to choose between 5 different things, but have one main focus for every single page. That focus could be, or that call to action could be something like sign up for your newsletter or your freebie, sign up for a free call with you, send you an email, join your Facebook group, comment on a blog post or on a Facebook post if you're linking into your Facebook video. So you can have 5 different kinds of call to actions, but every page should have just one primary call to action, though you can repeat it multiple times. The second thing is to use design. If you paid attention to my slides so far, you've probably realized that they are not like slides on most presentations. I don't have those bullet points. I don't have, tons of text on every single slide. I have one image and 1 or 2 lines of text. Why? Even if I didn't have that line of text, even if I just had the image and I talked along with the image, you would still get the point, right? You would still get the emotional impact that I want to make. My words are just complementing that impact. That is the power of good design. Using images, white spaces, placement of words, those kind of things to create an impact, to leave an emotional impact. And that's what you have to do on your web pages. And the third part is copy. Using words in the right way. Now, when you were in high school, you were probably told to write a certain way. My primary school teacher and high school teacher told me that the best way to write was to emulate the newspapers, which always write in a formal, stiff, sturdy voice, all that corporate geeky talk. But that doesn't work for us as female entrepreneurs, not as heart-centered women in business, whose business is based on connection and serving people. You want to have an emotional bond. You do have an emotional bond with your clients, right? So your copy has to be more intimate, more personal, more direct. It has to be the way you're talking. Your words should supplement the flow and the focus of your web page. Let's look at some examples. Okay, ladies, I feel like I'm just talking to myself. I don't know if it's that Facebook is not showing me the comments or you guys aren't saying anything. Please, whatever you're learning, whatever you're feeling, share in the comments, please. Okay, your homepage. How do you want people to feel when they land on your homepage? Let's go back to this image. This is not how you want them to feel, correct? This is how you want them to feel. Again, go back to the primary. Make sure you have a primary focus. Make sure it's inviting. Make sure it's what they are looking for. And the best examples of home pages I can show you for this is this. This is Yahoo's homepage. Can you find anything on it? Is the search bar prominent? No. What is prominent is this image in the middle here, which is a really weird image. And there are so many links and smaller images and text that I get lost when I come to this homepage. I do not know what to do. Yahoo was trying to be everything for everyone, and you can see what happened to Yahoo. They went off. Versus if you look at this homepage, clean, simple. It does only one thing. You go there, there is a very, very prominent search bar, you have to search. There is nothing else you can do. You could say you're feeling lucky and click on the other button, but Google's homepage makes sure you search for something, right? Very simple, very clean, very elegant homepage. When they came out with this design back in, I think, the year 2000, 2001, people thought they were crazy because no one had seen a homepage like this before. And yet look at where they are now. Now your homepage doesn't have to be like Google's with just one call to, a blank screen and a checkbox to search. Your homepage can have other information. Let me show you a couple of examples. 1 minute. I did not keep these pages open because when I do that, again, my internet just slows down like crazy. Okay, Amanda, thank you for letting me know you're still there. And let me share my screen now with you guys. 1 minute. I think this is a very unique problem that I have because I deal with websites. Okay, can you see my screen now? So this is one of the home pages this is one of the styles I installed for people in the website bootcamp, or I will from round 3 onwards. You can see that this website, this home page gives a very clear indication of what you do and with a very clear call to action, a focus. Okay. This is 1 minute. There was another one I wanted to show you. This is the home. Again, let me just make sure you're seeing it. Can someone give me a thumbs up that you are seeing these websites that I'm showing you? This is Kim Lenihan's website. She's a misfit nutritionist. She helps people lose weight without giving up carbs or donuts. Okay. Again, when you come to her homepage, yes, there is a lot of text, but you get instantly what she is and how she helps you. Okay. You get her fun, funky nature, right? This is another website. This is Monica, again from the first round of website bootcamp. Just this page, just this screen, you get what her work is about. You get a better feeling of it as you proceed. So these are very clean home pages. And this is again one of the templates that I install in the website bootcamp. Again, you can see that these templates, while this is the starting point, their actual web pages look different, okay? So on this template, do you see how using images, white spaces, just structure to break up the text makes it flow so much easier. It helps you get their attention to different parts. Okay, and at the end, we have a very clear call to action for them to sign up for your freebie. See, so this is what I mean by a clean homepage design. A lot of people clutter up their homepage with a list of their more popular blog posts, a list of the latest blog posts, a list of where they've been featured in media and those kind of things. Media features are good. They help build authority, but they should not clutter up your homepage. Okay? These are clean, elegant designs, and you can see how they bring things together. Okay, so a question from Mala. A homepage should be neither a service page or portfolio. Okay, Mala asks, can the homepage be a service? Look, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. It depends what's your primary purpose for your homepage and what kind of traffic are you going to be sending to your homepage. Let me quickly show you another one. So for some of you, sorry, my throat is very dry today. For some of you, who do a bit of different kind of work where it would be difficult to explain to people, right? This is a site I created for a lady called Val Hood, who is a psychic and a medium. So on her homepage, we used a different structure. You could call it a service page or a work with me page, because that's how most work with me pages are. There is a small introduction, and there's a list of the ways you can work with her. Okay? And of course you would click on each of these to get the details. So this is a good example of a home page as a service page. I hope that helps Mala. Okay, now I'm going to close some, let's get back to the slides. Okay, so those were examples of the home pages. Next, the next most visited page on your website is your about page. Now, a lot of people, okay, before we go ahead, what did you feel as soon as you saw this image? What did you feel? Share in the comments, please. For me, what I feel when I see this, every single time I see this image, I've used it a while, I've had it on my desktop for a while. But every time I see this image, I can't help but smile. It feels like a friend is looking straight into my eyes and we're having a good cup of coffee together. That is what you want people to feel when they land on your home page. On your about page. That is what you want people to feel when they land on your about page. Okay? Instead, what most people do is they turn their about page into an online resume. They talk about things like, I got this, I have this degree, I have these certifications, I got these awards, and this is my timeline, and I'm so great, look at me. That's not what a heart-centered connection business works. That's not how a heart-centered connected business works. You have to form that connection, and your about page is the best place to build that know, like, trust factor. Share your life's story, share the parts of your life story that your audience would resonate with, that they would appreciate, that would make them want to know more about you. Okay, again, let's look at some examples. Oh, I love Leona's. Okay, while we are here, let me show you Val's. And Leona's opened. Okay, Leona was also part of the first round of the website bootcamp. Do you see how, again, these are the templates we installed, and look how she's made them her own. The other sites I showed you, Kim's or Monica's or any of the others that I showed you, are different. But look at how Leona has customized it. She starts with, of course, there's this gorgeous smile and a sneaky smiley here. No one puts a smiley in the header usually, but she's done that. And you see how she's used just the right images combined with text to create that flow. As we are just scrolling through, we are not even reading through the text. 1 minute. Sorry, I forgot to share my screen. Hang on 1 minute. I'm so sorry, ladies. This is Leona's homepage. About page. I hope you can see it now. First, she's got this gorgeous smile here, and then she's inserted a smiley in the subtitle, something that no one does. We try to be formal on the website, don't we? But I love how she sneaked in a smiley. It makes you like her, instantly. And then again, this is one of the templates that we install in the website bootcamp, but look how she's made it her own. She's used these gorgeous images that are related to her work. And even though we are just scrolling through it, we are not reading the text. Just the flow, just the images give you a feel of what her work is about, right? And they make you want to get to know her more. And her call to action at the bottom is to ask them to send her an email, right? So this is an example. What do you think, ladies? Share in the comments. Okay, what do you think of Leona's page? And there are a couple of other pages here. So let me just show you this one as well. So here we've used the images, etc. in a different way. But again, when you scroll through, you can see, it gives you that feeling, right? That you're getting to know this person better, even though all that's here is dummy text. It still gives you that kind of feeling. right? That's the power of good design. Okay, let's get back to the next slide. Okay, and this is the tough part about doing webinars the way I like to. You have to keep switching back and forth. The third, 1 minute, ladies. Sorry, I have a really dry throat. Okay, now again coming back to the user experience for your work with me page. Step back and think, who will you send to your work with me page? Who are the people who are likely to see your work with me page? Again, in the early days of business, you don't have a big SEO, you're not ranked on the first page of Google, so it's not strangers who just saw you on Google. It's more likely to be people who have interacted with you somewhere on Facebook groups or who are on your email list, etc., and they want to explore how they can work with you further. Okay, so there are the people who come to your work with me page are likely to be ones who know a little bit about you and want to explore working with you even more. And how do you want them to feel? Again, go back to this image. You want them to feel that instant connection and liking, even if you may have a lip piercing or whatever this piercing here is called. You want them to feel that instant connection with you, that they can trust you and easily find out about your services. Now, I think I just showed you Val's work with me page earlier. I'm going to open this and let's switch back to the websites. Okay, Val, sorry, I closed Val's. This is Nikki, another lady from the boot camp. She is an artist and she infuses her artwork with healing energy. So when you come to her work with me page, now for an artist who is also a healer, who can also help you in different ways, it's difficult to put things down on a work with me page as a service, but she's done that really, really well. You can purchase an original, view her art shop, you can commission something, you can work on a forgiveness project with her. Do you see how clean and elegant this page is? It's very easy for someone to come and explore how they can work with her. They don't have to search through a million things, or they can simply sign up for her newsletter. Or look at Val's work with me page, which is also her home page. You come here and the images give you a feel of who she is as a person, and you can easily see the different ways you can work with her, readings, workshops, or churches. It's so easy, right? That's what a good work with me page is about. I see too many people cluttering up their work with me page with 20 different options on how to work. 20 options leaves people confused. Okay, let's look at some more work with me pages from the website in a box that I installed. Okay, so this is another one of the designs. If you see this design, this is the one that Leona used for her work with me page and her website in general. Okay, so again, though the words are all garbage, the page flows so beautifully that you get, it's very clear. You can look up service 1 here, you can look up service 2 here, and you can click here to book. So easy, so smooth. That's the power of a good web design. Okay, and again, this is not something that you learn, you can look up and learn as a business owner. It's taken me, I have been studying web design since 2010, right? When I started my first business venture, which was a gaming lounge of all things. The ex-husband started a gaming lounge back in 2010, and my job as the techie in the family was to create his website and to figure out this whole online internet marketing thing, to figure out, and in designing that website, that was the first commercial website I designed. I had to learn everything about the user experience and so on, every single thing. It's taken me that much time. No articles, nothing on the internet will teach you this as a new business owner. The only place they teach this stuff is when you're starting to become a web designer. Okay, so Okay, what do you guys say? Yes, Amanda says yes, it's beautiful. Leona's, it is quite intimate. Yes. Mala says love the colors, not the blurring blues. Yes. Thank you, Amanda. Okay, let's get back to the next pages. Love notes. Now I like calling them love notes. A few people call them boring testimonials. That is not intimate, that's not personal. I love to call them love notes or praise. Okay, you must have a separate page on your website which talks about that, and not just to feel good about yourself. This is not about tooting my own horn, but it's to help your visitors decide whether or not they want to work with you. It's not about having a bunch of posts there that say, oh, Richa is great. It's instead about showing them the kind of experience, the kind of transformation they can experience when they work with you. Okay, let's again quickly look at some examples. And I'm going to show you Val's, and I'm going to show you mine as well. Now the problem is, if I kept all of those pages open beforehand, my computer would have hung, sorry. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, so in Val, now Val has worked with people in different ways. So she has a ton, and she's been in business since 20 plus years, something 26 or 27 years. She has a ton of testimonials. So what we did at the top here is have three different, if you want to see the testimonials on her workshop, click on this, it'll take you there. If you want to click on, see the testimonials about her shows, click there, it'll take you there. Okay, so it helps people decide or understand the kind of experience. See my praise page, I have a ton of client stories here that they can click through and read. Okay, lower on I have the standard testimonial format, but I also have my client case studies up here. Now when you're starting out, you may not have all of these, in which case just have your regular testimonials, but make sure the testimonials reflect your before and after story. Now if you look at, yes, this is what I meant, the pages go off. I wanted to show you this also. Yeah, do you see here? This is another way to showcase your testimonials. You can have the video and have the text side by side. This is for my website bootcamp. So there are so many ways you can showcase your testimonials without it being dry and just bragging about yourself. It's about sharing the user experience or the experience of the clients who have worked with you. Okay? And back to the slides. Next webinar, I promise I'll find a better way to do this back and forth. The next page is your contact page. People like to call it contact. I like to call it connect, because you want to connect with your viewers, your users, right? Now, not too much to show about this, but it's pretty standard. I say don't mess it up, don't clutter it up, just keep it simple. 1 minute, let's switch over. Your contact page should be pretty basic. Mine, for example, just has an email, a contact form for them to email me. Okay, very simple, very clean, and a link to my Facebook group. Not elaborate. Don't make it difficult for them to find out how to email you. Do not list your email address there in the clear, because then it opens you up to spam. Have a contact form, have a neat looking contact form. This is another very simple one. Nothing else, no sign-ups, just the contact form. Okay. The next kind of page, or the next most important page, is your landing page, because ultimately you do want to build an email list, and you do want people to be able to send out regular emails to build that know, like, trust factor. Now again, people tend to overcomplicate landing pages. The simpler the landing page, the better. And this is a very high converting landing page from Denise Duffield Thomas. She has really done the work to make sure she understands what converts and what not. She's hired the best people. You can just take it and learn from it. What you notice is there's not a lot of text, there's not a lot of fine print. There is just, here's my free 5-day challenge, join the challenge. That's it. Clean, simple, elegant. The kind of landing pages I install in the website bootcamp are the same, are pretty similar, with a graphic and a little bit of text. Do not complicate your landing pages. Okay. Now, some of you may be, okay, any feedback, questions so far before I move on to the next bit? Not seeing the comments. Again, I'm wondering if it's FB or... People, just raise your hand to let me know that you're still there and I'm not talking to myself. I see 7-8 people live. Okay, I needed to refresh my screen. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So we've gone through all the different kind of pages. The most important pages that you must have on your website: your home page, work with me page, about page, landing page, contact page, right? Now the question is, like I've been saying repeatedly, that you are a business owner, not a web developer. How do you do all this stuff? Okay. And if you remember, I said I'm all about helping you work with ease and grace and not having to hustle or pull your hair out struggling with the tech. So how can you actually achieve this? How can you actually do this without getting entangled with the tech? Okay, for that, I have a very good news for you, that you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to study everything about web design. You don't have to learn more about the technology and the tools, etc. to help you do it. You basically don't have to do it alone. Okay? I run the website bootcamp that you've probably heard about, and the next live round starts on 3rd of April. Now, the website bootcamp is a very, very special program that is very dear to my heart. It's the first online program I created. And I did not want to make this a completely passive program. I know that when you get into tech, especially as someone who does not have a tech background or techie background, that you need that support. There will always be questions and queries that come up. And that's why I designed the website bootcamp to be interactive. Okay? In the live round of the website bootcamp, over 4 weeks, I hold your hand through every single step of the way. I have designed the website bootcamp to have 4 core components. One minute, and let me get back to sharing screen. And okay, I see the questions coming in here. How does the landing page differ from the home page? Now, your home page gives people a peek into what you do. Okay, you can have different components on your home page that describe your user's problem or your visitor's problem, and describe a bit about how you can help them solve that problem, and probably a sentence or 2 about your services. But a landing page is a super specific, very, very focused page that leads them straight to your freebie. A landing page is where they sign up for your freebie. That's it. No distractions. This is a very simple, this is how landing pages should be. Nothing else. Sign up for my freebie and that's it. That's a landing page. A home page will give them other information as well. Okay? Okay. So, I was talking about, the good news is you don't have to do it alone. In the website bootcamp, I actually walk you every single thing. Every single thing you need to know about building your website, whether it is the technology, the user experience, the copy, the branding, the photos. Let me quickly show you a bit about the website bootcamp. And then after this, we will get to the live reviews. So please, if you already have a website and you want me to review it for you, pop it in the comments below and I will take it up after I talk a bit about the website bootcamp. Now, the website bootcamp, the next live round starts on 3rd of April. Now, the website bootcamp is also available as a self-study course, but the power of the live round is that I hold your hand every step of the way. Over 4 weeks, I send you daily instructions about what you need to do that day. We have 2 group calls every single week for you to ask your questions and for me to review stuff. That is a lot, that is an incredible amount of support. But Let's quickly go through what are the components of the website bootcamp, because I have I have crafted this program with a lot of love, as some of you from the first round remember. Okay, so we start on 3rd of April. Again, this is a program just for women. It is not open to men, and it is only for women who run a service-based online business. In principle, the principles would apply to every kind of business, whether it's run by a man or a woman, but this bootcamp is a safe space for women to be able to step up, get over the tech, and be more visible in their business. Okay? It has 3 core components: a website in a box. Let me jump to this part where it has 3 core components. The first component is a website in a box, where I install WordPress plus the Divi theme, which itself is worth $247. I install WordPress plus the Divi theme. I install all the pages that I just showed you. If you remember, I showed you some of these pages earlier. I install all of them on your website. Okay, so all you have to do is go in and edit them, customize them for your brand, your services, you. So you just have to personalize those pages. You don't have to worry about, should I put a call to action here or here? How should I add in a contact form, or how should I add in a button? You don't have to worry about those things. It's all there for you. There are also the placeholder pages, your coming soon, privacy policy, terms of service. All the essential plugins are installed. Google Analytics, SEO, security, backups. You don't have to go about searching what plugins you should get and how to install them and how to make them work. All of that is included. You get a complete website in the box. I do all the tech heavy lifting for you. You do not have to struggle with the tech. I think this is the best part. No. I used to think this is the best part of the bootcamp until I ran the first round, and all the women by default unanimously said that the best part was the support, but we will get to that. So the first component of the website bootcamp is the website in a box. You get all of these gorgeous designs installed for you, and then you can choose which page you like and go in and edit them. The second component is the video lessons. Every single day for 4 weeks that the website bootcamp is live, I will send you a daily email about which video to watch and exactly what to do. Your task for the day will be in chunks of about half an hour. In week 1, I will help you create the assets. That's create your brand, decide your colors and fonts, how to take photos, especially if you are creating your own branding photos. You do not need a professional photographer. The photos on my website and some of the client websites I showed you are not professional photos. They were taken with a selfie stick. I will show you how to do that. And we will write copy that connects. In week 1 group calls, I will review your brand and your copy. In week 2 and 3, we get into customize your website. Okay, I hope I'm sharing the right screen. Yes, I am. Thank you. Yes, in week 2 and 3, we get in and customize your website. I walk you through all the steps. The videos will show you how to use Divi, how to, if you've chosen style 1, how to go in and edit the homepage for style 1. If you've chosen style 3, how to go in and edit those pages, how to connect it with your calendar, how to connect it with your PayPal, how to connect it with MailChimp, etc. All of that is there. There are step-by-step videos for that. So you go in, check the mail for the day, watch the video for the day, take the action for the day, and then if you have any questions, come on the group calls and ask me. On the group calls, I will also be reviewing your pages as you build them live, so you get real-time feedback. Okay? Because you don't want to create a complete website and then figure out that the user experience was crappy. You want to build in the user experience as you go along. So on the live group calls, we have 2 group calls every single week for the 4 weeks. That's 8 group calls. I will go in and review your pages and show you how to edit anything if you get stuck. Week 4, we fine-tune your website. That is things like making sure that your pages are mobile friendly. Now the initial designs are all mobile friendly, but when you change stuff, things might get a bit messed up. So we go in and clean that up. The Facebook share image, your menu, etc., etc. We go and clean all of that up in week 4. Okay. Now, if you have any questions about what I'm talking about any of this, please share in the comments. Okay, Natalie is asking, what if we already have a Divi website? and want to learn how to manage this, would this still be the right program? If you already have a great website, is your website helping you sign up paying clients? That's the question. If it is not, then you want to sign up for this program. Okay? You may choose whether or not you want the website in a box installation, though I recommend getting it on a different hosting, so you always have it to refer back to should you decide to change your website. Okay, so that was the video and the video content of the bootcamp and how we go through those 4 weeks. On this page, I will share the link to this page. You can go in and look at all of the other stuff there. But the best part that people told me in the live rounds was all the support that they get. Every single woman who joined saying that she was technophobe, that she did not know how to work her website, that she had already struggled with WordPress or Shopify or Squarespace or some other platform for years. And yet, when they came onto the website bootcamp, most of them had their website up and running within a few weeks. Some of them got it done in just 2 weeks. Some of them took a bit longer. Some of them had life issues happen or life events come up and took a month or so, 2 months or so. But every single one of them now feels confident about changing or editing her website. Okay, so this is what Monica had to say. I think this is a very important thing, what to prioritize and what to leave out. You are not studying to become a web developer. You are not studying, you didn't join bootcamp to learn everything there is to know about DV. People join bootcamp to learn how to understand to take care of their website and be in control of their website. And that's exactly what I teach them. No more, no less. Okay. Kim said that Richa is all about tough love. She asks the right questions and make you think about business. Now, some of you know that I am a business strategist. And why am I running Website Bootcamp? Because it's often the first step. Before you sign up with a coach one-on-one, how can I help you? Right? People do not sign up for group coaching programs that easily. People in the early stages of business don't believe they need a coach, but they all believe they need a website. So the Website Bootcamp is my way of giving you the pizza with the veggies. I give you a website, but I also make sure that you have a sound business model. That's what Kim means here. You can go through this page on leisure. They are at leisure. There are tons of testimonials, videos. Amy's is right here. Hey Amy, I don't know if you're still on with us. There's Tamsin. Tamsin is a chartered accountant. Amy created the site for her husband's dentistry business. Amisha is a digital strategist, again a funnel specialist. Kimberly is a nutritionist. Each one of these women is in such a different business. And yet, the kind of support that they got on the website bootcamp brought them all together. It was really incredible, it was really amazing. You can go through all of these here. Okay, that is probably as much as I had to say. Before we go. Right now, the website bootcamp is available at the early bird price till 20th of March. You can get the website bootcamp for 3 payments of $147 each or 1 payment of $397. DV itself, note that DV itself is worth $247 and you're getting that in the website bootcamp. Along with all the installs, along with all the gorgeous pages, along with all of that support. Okay? So, if you have any questions about the website bootcamp, now is your time to ask. Sorry, back to the slides. Quick recap. In the website bootcamp, you get a complete website in a box. That is all the tech installed for you. You don't have to worry about how to create the right user experience. It is there for you. You just have to go and personalize it. You get step-by-step videos, templates, workbooks, a ton of bonuses on how to do everything from using Canva, Acuity, MailChimp, PayPal. Everything is there. Every bit that you could possibly want to integrate to your website, you've got it there. You got the support and accountability. In our Facebook group, I will hold you accountable. I will make sure that you stay on track with us every single week. And the best part is the 8 group coaching calls to get your pages reviewed, to ask me any runtime or live questions about how to edit, add, change anything. This is the best part of the bootcamp. Trust me when I say that. Those from the earlier rounds can testify. Okay? And all of that comes at 3 payments of 147 only, or 1 payment of 397. It is just a bit more than the cost of DV. It doesn't get any better. But be aware that this early bird price is available only till the 20th March. After that, it goes up to $497. And if you have any questions, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments right now or send me a personal message later on. Okay? Okay. Now, who wants... You know what? Even though this is the 3rd round of website bootcamp, and as much as I love the bootcamp, I hate doing a sale, and my throat always goes dry when I try to sell or pitch the bootcamp. Now, if you've heard of it from the other groups that you're part of, you probably already know how awesome it is. But if you have any doubts, feel free to ask me, send me a personal message, sign up. Okay? And let's open it up to the live reviews. Who wants your site reviewed? Please share in the comments. And let me get a sip of water while I take in those. Okay, Amy's sharing some love notes about the bootcamp. Totally amazing program. I'd recommend your bootcamp to anyone. Yes, Amy. Amy created her website in about 2 weeks, if I remember right. She started off saying that she just had no idea about the tech, no clue about the tech, and then she jumped all in and she created such a stunning, beautiful website in just 2 weeks. Yep. I secretly thought that, she was playing a game on me and she already knew about DV and stuff. But, okay, live reviews. I'm opening up a couple of sites. Give me a minute. Okay, and let's share screen again. Okay, can you see the website? Yes. This is Natalie's This is Natalie's website. She's a fitness trainer, but when you come to this homepage, what do you see? Now, the first thing I see is a join our community and this sign up, but I don't know what I should sign up for, right? My email address is precious. My inbox is already cluttered with thousands of unread mails. Why should I subscribe to your newsletter? What will I get out of it? What's in it for me? You have to remember that most of the times, starting that conversation with your potential clients is like starting a conversation with a child. The child will ask you, what's in it for me? What do I get out of it? Right? So why should I sign up for your newsletter? Okay, fitness from the inside out. What do you mean by that? That's not very clear. I would have to read through all of this. Again, people do not read smaller text. When people land on your homepage, you have about 2 or 3 seconds to capture their attention. The first 2 or 3 seconds when I land on this is I see this sign up form, which I don't know why I should sign up for, and then I see a join our community, which again I don't see why I should join your community. What's in it for me? That has to be crystal clear. That's not clear. You talk about there are 3, when it comes to fitness, there are 3 categories of people. Great, but as a visitor to your site, I don't care about that piece of information. Right? When you position it as just a bit of information, I'm like, oh, so what? You have to position it as something that resonates with me. When you say that, are you one of these? Do you identify with one of these? Then that gets me hooked. Then I read on to check what your work is about. Of course, if I resonate to one of these 3. Okay? So that's, Now, when I see this kind of page, I would not have thought to scroll lower. I mean, I see this and it looks like done. It looks like a landing page, so I wouldn't have scrolled further. But I just happened to, and then I see that there is some other stuff here. What we offer. Do you have a team or are you a solopreneur? If you are a single person, then don't put what we offer. If you're working as a coach and it's just you, use I. And instead of what I offer, say what you can get. Always word it to be about them, about your target market. Okay. Hey Natalie, I just started reviewing your website. Come on yet. Okay. So let's get back to Natalie's website. Okay. So what we offer, unless you're a team, don't use the word we. If it's just you, use the word I. Be authentic, be yourself, be genuine. People will connect with you. And again, it's not about what you offer. I don't want to know about what you offer. What I really want to know as a visitor is whether you can help me right here, right now. I'm the kid. I want pizza. Can you give me pizza? Do not give me the ingredients to make pizza. Do not tell me that you have the ingredients to make pizza. Just give me the damn pizza. So, how you can word it like how we can help you or what clients get. Okay. And put it like that. But then again, this makes it difficult to read. They have to go and click on your mission statement, and I can bet you if you had a heat map installed, no one would read your mission statement, because as a visitor, I don't care about your mission statement, I don't care about you, all I care about is whether you will give me that damn pizza. Natalie, my apologies, I am being direct and I'm being harsh, but that's what a potential visitor will see. No one really cares about your mission statement. In the olden days, corporates used to have their mission statement on their website, but even then it has to be easy to find. An extra click over here, no one is going to do it. This 21-day guide to fitness and weight loss, this should be, I'm guessing this should have been on top of your subscribe here, right? That's what you want people to subscribe for. Or is this one of your services? I am not sure. Okay, now you're saying it's a free weight loss program. So here's my question to you. You have the subscribe button here. You have a description of your program here, but you don't say that this is going to be free. You have a statement here saying that it's free. So I am totally confused. But I'm guessing your website is still work in progress. Okay. Natalie, if you saw the earlier slides I showed, I'm guessing you already know what's not working on this homepage and a better way to structure it. Okay. Train with me. Ladies, anyone else who had a website and wants me to review, share in the comments. Okay, now fitness from the inside out. Do you remember the first image I showed? The first mistake? Too much on one page, making it too difficult to read. That's the kind of feeling I get when I come here. Again, a thumb rule. If you join the bootcamp, you will see one thing I say often is always contrast. If you have a dark background, use a light font. This stands out, fitness from the inside out. The rest of your text is very difficult to read because it's dark text on a dark background. Okay. These images are small and they don't highlight your images. Use your images for the flow. Again, the images don't have that much lighting. See if you can get them edited and have more light in your images. Again, that's something I talk more about in the bootcamp, how to make sure that your images have the right amount of light and things like that. Okay, Natalie, this is a lot of fine, difficult text to read. And looking at this page for the last 1 minute, I can't figure out how to work with you or whether I want to. When a new visitor comes to your website, you have about less than 5 seconds to make an impact or get them to click on something. This page doesn't tell me that. Okay. So I'm not going to go into a more in-depth, but based on what I've taught in the rest of this webinar, you can probably guess what you need to do. Okay. I'm going to move on to another website. Let's do SmartChicks. Okay, now, while I love this photo, it's so much fun, I do not have the patience to sit and wait for this kind of animation to keep showing up and for me to figure out what they really want to say to me. Are you ready to attract your ideal clients? Great. So are you going to help me with the law of attraction or some business strategies? It's not clear to me. So while this is a really wonderful, sweet image that makes a connection with me, the copy does not supplement it. The copy confuses me. And having that animation leaves me wondering what the hell is going on. Okay? So that's where I say keep it simple. Damn. Okay, so I look through this page and I still don't understand what this website is all about. So are you going to help me to build my email list, or are you going to help me to create a funnel, or are you going to help me with the law of attraction? I don't know. And okay, and this is not a button, so I can't click on it. Okay, ladies, do you see do you see how I'm struggling with this homepage? I can't figure looking as a new visitor. Now I could spend more time and go and check out all the other pages, but the first page itself doesn't make a connection with me. I'm like, okay, it's leaving me confused. So, and none of this tells me anything about them. What is the work really about? What do I really get? Oh wait, there's more to this homepage. I thought this was the footer. Never use a gray like this in the middle, because this looks like a footer, a default footer. Now when I read this, I realize it's more about their business. They support, they inspire, they influence. I still can't figure out how they're going to help me grow my business as a new visitor. Okay, let's get onto their about page. Okay, so it's a global community. So they help me build a network. Oh, okay. I still don't get it. Do you see how confused I am? And that's rare for me. So, ladies, I don't mean to diss them. Sorry, Courtney. Sorry, but this page just doesn't help me. Okay. Back to the slides. Anyone else wants live reviews? Okay, then I think that's it. Let's get back to the... Okay, ladies, this is if you want help creating a website that you can use as a client magnet, or that will help you attract the right clients effortlessly, that will help you turn visitors into paying clients. Do check out the website bootcamp. I know I've said this a few times already here, but I really want to make sure that your experience with technology is painless as much as it can be and is easy. You did not start this business to spend thousands of dollars on websites, and you did not start this business to be struggling with the tech or spending hundreds of hours just learning about WordPress and web design and copy. That's not what you started this business for. You started this business to A, help other people, make a bigger impact in the world, transform lives. B, to create more control and freedom and money and time in your own lives, right? Let's help you do that. In the website bootcamp, in 4 weeks, you will have a gorgeous website up and running. I promise you that. Okay? And I promise you that I will be there with you every single step of the way to support you. You will get all the tools, all the tech tools you need to build and grow your business. The question is, are you ready for it? I've often seen women hide behind technology, use technology as an excuse. Okay? They spend weeks and months and sometimes even years saying, you know what, I'm working on my website, I'm building that website, oh my god, WordPress is so difficult. I see them say that. instead of going out and signing up paying clients. Because it's easy to get caught in the busy work. It's easy to say that the tech is so difficult. It is easy and fun to spend hours picking out the right font, picking out the right colors. And it's so much more fun than going out there and signing up paying clients, right? Or putting yourself out there on a webinar and being visible and helping people. It's so much easier to just hide behind the computer screen and to blame the technology. And my job here today is to take away that excuse from you. The website bootcamp exists. It is very, very affordable. It does not cost an arm and a leg. You get everything you need to get your business off the ground. Every bit that you need to get your business off the ground. At a very, very affordable price point. The question is, are you ready to stop hiding? Are you ready to take your dream business off the ground? Are you ready to step up and sign up those paying clients? That is the real question. Are you? I dare you. And yes, I want to make sure if you're considering signing up, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a direct message, okay? Just message me on Facebook, happy to answer your questions. Though the web page itself, the sales page itself has a FAQ section where I've answered some of the most commonly asked questions. Go take a look through that, but feel free to reach out to me if you have any additional questions, okay? Special big thank you to those of you who joined me live. I did wrap up in 1.5 hours. This was not your typical 1 hour webinar, yay! But I hope, whether or not you joined me for the bootcamp, I do hope you learned about creating that kind of user experience for your visitors. Get your website working for you. Every single resource, every single minute of your time is important and precious as a new entrepreneur. Make the most of it. Get your website to work for you, okay? Thanks for joining me live. I hope you had a good time and you learned something useful. Bye-bye.